Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is my 2001 Cobra Mustang rebuild, and today we are tackling cleaning up the e-brake boot as well as the shifter boot. They're gross, they're nasty, they're ripped. So I'm going to go kind of show you a little bit what I was doing. So in order to kind of fit the new boot on that I bought from Late Model Restoration, I cut all these like little tabs off. Was cutting towards me, which you shouldn't do. So don't follow my guidance here. And yeah, about cut my finger off. So don't follow my example. But yeah, this was a fairly easy job. I want to thank Mustang SVT for his videos. If you haven't checked him out, he's got some awesome Cobra Mustang content. And you know, I learned kind of how to do this from him, just due to what he has done on his Terminator and his other Mustangs that he has. He's got quite a few. So really essentially what you're going to need is some Gorilla Glue, some rubber bands, or potentially in this case I used some hair ties, and you just need to be able to do it just to be able to get it to just hold on there for a decent amount of time. And so that's essentially what I was planning on doing. I'm not sure if removing those little clips that I removed is 100% necessary. It's been a couple months since I did it, but I'm pretty sure it is, just to kind of get it sitting flat, because those tabs didn't line up with the new outline that holds the liner in. So I'm pretty sure you do need to do that. So here I was just kind of making sure I positioned it, you know, correctly, where it needed to sit and where it needed to be on there. And like I said, I bought this from Late Model Restoration. Wasn't too expensive, but essentially, you know, the hair ties and the Gorilla Glue absolutely were able to kind of get the job done as we did this. And so if you guys are doing this, I think it's a mod that's very easy to do. It's very worth it. You might want to use more rubber bands or hair ties than what I did. So I kind of got it in place and then just kind of lifted it up and lightly went around it with the Gorilla Glue, and then just kind of started placing it and just kind of holding it there until it had dried some and kind of set up. And so I kind of did this as we worked around it, and just kind of continued to slowly ease my way around there until I felt like it was really secure, really solid. And then eventually what you'll see me do is go about just putting another hair tie on this just to kind of hold it in place. And so it worked great. And honestly, I've driven the car probably 1,000 miles since doing this. I've shifted hard. I have not seen any lift whatsoever. The fitment just absolutely great. It worked perfect. You know, nice quality in terms of the leather, or pleather I should say, but I believe it's real leather. And so just make sure that you kind of get it lined up where it needs to be. And essentially it's pretty easy from there. And I let this set for I think I let this sit overnight just to be extra sure that, hey, it was really solid. And yeah, let it sit for a long period of time. And you know, you don't have to go too crazy with the Gorilla Glue. That stuff is strong. It's gonna hold it on there really good. I believe, take another pass at kind of going around the edges after it had sat for quite some time. And actually, I don't think I did this overnight. I think I just let it sit for you know, probably just a few hours, and then I went back around just to double check it. So now it's ready to go back into the car, and it's easy to do. So if you guys are looking to do this on one of your new Edge Mustangs, very easy to do, and I highly recommend it. Alright, next up is getting ready to put it in the car and removing the center console. Make sure you remove all of your bolts, and there's some different tabs and things. There is a lot of opinions out there on when you're putting in the shift boot. There's I think there's like a nut or like a screw that you have to take off. Some people say, oh, you don't have to put it back on. I 1000% put it back on because I don't want to have any issues with my emergency brake down the road. So here, just trying to get everything put in place. Going through it, pretty easy to do, in order of just, you know, kind of putting everything, you know, back onto the car, and yeah, so not too hard to do, definitely very easy. You do have, you know, just a couple bolts here and there, some tabs, and very easy
to remove the boot. These, my understanding, are just kind of 10mm. I really don't even know what these things are called, but it's what's holding the boot in place. So yeah, I believe just 10 socket. Let's see. Yep, that'll do it. And honestly, they're not in there that tight, so even just doing it by hand, I'm able to free it. So, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So yeah, that's just kind of what's holding it in. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those to get at. All right, that's what she looks like. Definitely worn. What's interesting is I have kind of this grayish tan, not tan, but gray interior, and the shift boot's going to be like this black leather. So I think it's going to kind of look a little out of place based on my dash and everything else, but it is what it is. But this thing definitely seen better days. Crusty, crispy, losing some color. So yeah, overall those are how many we had. Let's see, 6. So pretty easy for the most part. It's just this e-brake boot, and no one really, I felt like, did a good job of explaining it. So you loosen everything off, make sure to take this off. Over here on the side it's a 7mm, and then from there you're able to pry what you need to pry out of there. So got this out, and new one should be coming in soon. All right, got the center console out. One thing to make note of, and a lot of videos don't show this, but there's a 7mm bolt right there that needs to come out. And then once you, once you take this out in the 7mm, then you can pull the e-brake up all the way up. But a lot of the videos that I watch kind of glanced over that. What you'll notice is they have it kind of in position, but yeah, you have to be pulling pretty good on this, but you got to pull it all the way up. But make sure you take out that bolt first, then pull it all the way up. Then you can slip everything up over it and lift it all at once. So wasn't as easy as portrayed to be.
So I put a Hurst shift knob on. I wasn't happy with the defect on it, but I reached out to Late Model Restoration. They didn't get back to me. So this is what it looks like with them installed on there. You can see the shift boots. They're looking really good. And in terms of the shifter, the shift knob, really easy. Just able to screw that on, and it made it really simple. It's worth noting that my car does have a short throw shifter in it, and so that didn't give me any problem or any issues. So I just screwed this down to where it was good to make sure that it lined up where I needed it to be, and boom, job is done. And guys, this is what my interior looks like, so you can kind of see how we're coming with it. And I'm going to tackle the seats next. You guys will see that video coming soon. But from the gauge cluster we worked on, steering wheel, shifter boots, carpet, everything, you can see there, looking pretty good for a 20-plus-year-old car. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you're new to watching this, please like, comment, subscribe, and we will catch you on the next video.